Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I'm lucky enough to be one of the very first influencers that gets to review the brand new ASTRO Gaming BP35 backpack. Now this is a gaming backpack similar in design to the last one, but this one is very fancy. It's designed by Timbuk2 using 100% carbon-free or recyclable material, so it's about as green as it gets, and they've made some significant upgrades to the features of the backpack. And we're also going to be taking a look at the CS03 crossbody sling or fanny pack. Now you might be wondering why we're doing a backpack review on this channel. Perhaps I have lost my mind, but I've been using the original ASTRO Gaming Scout bag for the last decade. This bag right here, I'm going to lay the new one down. The old one on my left over here is an actual tank. This one has been on 4 or 5 different continents. I lost track of how many countries and trips, and it has yet to fail me. It has been abused, chewed on by dogs, lost in customs, stolen, and it's always coming back. I did a whole video on how awesome this backpack is, and I'd highly encourage that you watch it. But I want to talk about the brand new one today because I'm going to be upgrading from a 10-year-old tank to a brand new product. And it's probably important about this part of the video to let you know that I am sponsored by ASTRO Gaming. They're one of my oldest and best sponsors, so it's important to do that disclosure right here in the front. If you want to purchase this backpack or the crossbody sling, there's links to them directly below in the description. And if you use the link, or if you just use code DRIFTER, it'll save you 5% off on each one. This one is $80 and this one is $200, so that 5% off will make a huge difference. We're going to be doing a lot of different stuff today, talking about the benefits of the backpack, unboxing it, the pockets, the features, whatever. And we're also going to be testing both of these products to see how much they can possibly carry. So if you want to skip to a certain chapter and just kind of see how it performs in different scenarios, take a look at the video bar down there in the bottom of YouTube and go to the correct chapter. No product review on this channel is complete without at least a little bit of testing, and since we're kind of in a dark time with COVID and the Delta variant as of filming this, I thought the very best way to test it would be to pack for a day trip and to take my old ASTRO bag, the tank, the God bag, the 10-year wonder bag that I did an entire video about, and we're going to try to move all of the items from this backpack into this one, plus even more, so that I could show you I could legitimately do a whole weekend trip with just this one bag. So when I travel to gaming events like E3 or Call of Duty and I need to capture gameplay early, this is legitimately what I bring with me. I have very simple, comfortable clothes. I've got cell phone, I've got tablet, I've got drone, pins for signing things when meeting fans, mask. This is my commentary microphone, things to sign, GoPro, Nintendo Switch, passport. This is ASTRO earbuds. We've got a couple of different phone chargers, Elgato HD60, laptop charger, headsets, tons and tons and tons of stuff. Even got my own custom mouse over here so that I can play with something comfortable that I use at home and not whatever is provided to me. So my goal is to pack all of this stuff into maybe just this bag, hopefully just this bag. And if not, we can also use the cross sling over there, the CS03. So without any further ado, let's get to it. And we're done. I have packed every single thing that I could possibly need for an international weekend trip here in the bag. I've got my passport, got my laptop, got my headsets, got earbuds, backup earbuds, splitters. I have cables, adapters, capture cards, chargers. I have a drone. I have a GoPro. I've got like dozens of pins and battery packs and just more stuff than you could possibly imagine, plus all of the clothes and hand sanitizer too, since we're in a pandemic. I admit that this is probably what you would call overfilled, and that if I were going to travel more reasonably, I would probably take some time to put a little bit less in there, or I might be a little bit more cautious about how I was packing it, but this will do the job. The only thing I couldn't fit was the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch had to go in the cross-sling, the CS03 here, but this is a good time for me to take a quick peek under the hood and kind of show you what I'm talking about. So inside, you'll see that we have a little rubbery elastic thingy that kind of keeps the Switch in place, but what's cool about this is that the middle screen here is designed to protect the screen from breaking, the middle pad, but then it's got these ridges on the side so that the buttons on your controllers don't get constantly pressed or broken or smushed, so that when you slide it in, if we can get a good vision of this, it more or less protects the buttons on your Switch controller and keeps them safe indefinitely, which is a actual godsend. I've actually slid that in wrong because I'm trying to do it sideways for the camera. But yeah, you slide it in and your buttons and sticks never kind of smash against anything. So I was able to fit everything except for the Switch into the main BP35 backpack. The CSO3 cross sling was needed for the Switch, but this is kind of an extreme scenario. Realistically, I probably wouldn't pack this much, but I'm kind of impressed that it all managed to fit. Let me go ahead and see if I can pick this up. It's really light. Really light, totally good to go. But for now, let's jump into the BP35 gaming backpack, as they describe it. And what makes a gaming backpack? Well, it's designed by Timbuk2, so it's gonna look cool, that's a good thing. And it's all green, but I'm gonna go ahead and stand up, and my wife is gonna follow me on this adventure, and we are gonna kind of like open the backpack and go through every single conceivable pocket. In the very front, one of the things we have is a magnetic little latch system. And this would be kind of like your grab and go, your easy stuff in the little pouch down here. And of course we have a chain if you want to hook up a wallet or some kind of external device or just leave something dangling there. So let's go ahead and open up. You can take a look. Ooh, okay. Let's take a look at the back side. We've got straps very similar to the old Astro bag straps, a little pouch here for you to put maybe something small in. You can hook it across your chest with this guy should you desire to, if I can get you out. Adjustable at the bottom, which is pretty standard, lots of extra space. And of note, it's padded. All this right here is a pretty durable bit of padding. It's designed to be breathable so your back doesn't sweat, but it's to protect your laptop and anything you put inside. You got a nice, kind of carrying handle, which is pretty normal compared to the other one. And we're gonna open up the first pouch of the many pouches on this product. This is a very standard, normal, no frills, whale mouth hole. Put anything in here, but it's padded on the back side with a really kind of tough material and on the front side. So the idea is that you can put a laptop in here, and even if it hits your back, even if you drop it, even if it gets squished, these should protect your laptop screen from cracking or breaking. Now the rest of the bag is going to get a lot more complicated. Inside the middle pouch, we have a lot more going on. Still very spacious in here, no doubt. If you can kind of see, I could put like probably about 8 bricks in there, perhaps, maybe 12. Big space in there. You've got a back pouch. This is another pouch that's designed for another laptop. So you can carry 2 16-inch laptops in here with a soft screen side if maybe you're doing a tablet. You've actually, this pouch right beside it's probably the tablet pouch. It'd probably go in there. Then we've got little, put in some cables, some headphones, something, but that's not all. We've got more. That's actually probably the one where I'd put my clothes. So we're gonna open it up. The third pouch of so many pouches here kind of folds down, and you can really see into this one really well because of how far down it's gonna fold. This is where you would put either your cell phone or your mouse, depending on its size. We have an internal little hook here. So what you would do is you would loop your headsets underneath the hook, which is extremely convenient. Small pouches here for cables and adapters. Cable and adapter pouches down below. This has a lesser padding than the other side, so probably not as good for a laptop, but you could do it. And then on the front inside, we have 1, 2, 3 pouches for various things. A felty material there, but not so much on the others, so you can avoid scratching screens as you see fit. And then if you think it's done, we're gonna take a look at the sides here because we have a couple of different options on the sides. Oh, that goes way down, okay. These are water bottle and or GoPro holders. So you can open these up and it splits, and you can put something in the side like perhaps a water bottle, GoPro, anything kind of long and tall like an awkward object that won't fit anywhere else right there. And then you have the exact same thing, though I think it's slightly bigger on the other side if you were really gonna go, oh, you can put multiple. This is like for pencils and travel. This is like for art supplies and stuff over here. So you've got a lot going on with this little backpack. I thought I was done talking about the features of a backpack, but there's one more that I wanted to point out, that we also have front pockets, much like the old Astro backpacks that unzip on each side. The left side has its own pouch that's about 1 hand in size for something small, like perhaps a passport. And the right side has a secondary enormous pouch that goes underneath all the way to the bottom for something large, perhaps like a novel if you wanted to travel with that. And those are the features of the Astro Gaming BP35 gaming backpack. Moving along, this is the Timbuktu Crossbody CS03 product. I call it a fanny pack. It's really a fanny pack. Some people like these, photographers, gamers. We have more of the magnetic kind of seals on the front here, and it opens up into a fairly large pocket that is very similar to the front of the backpack with a chain that my wife said is for keys, apparently. I thought it was for wallets, but I guess it's for anything that you just absolutely have to chain to the bag itself. You have on the back side of the bag a very small, oh, this is that's not actually a small one at all. There's so many things to unzip here. There's a fairly large holder. This could be for any type of electronic equipment, like say a Nintendo Switch, which we'll be testing later. Then you have the interior pocket, which is another pretty big one. I think this one is better for the Switch because you have the padding here and the spacing so that your controllers won't get rubbed, but you can put it right there. Then we have spaces for all sorts of little games. So if you got games on USB sticks or just tons of camera equipment and you need to slide all your SD cards in here. And then of course 2 mesh pouches. So lots of stuff going on in this little fanny pack, and we're about to overstuff these guys.
You didn't open that top one.
I didn't open the top one. Uh-oh. There's more! There's a whole nother pouch that I didn't even know was in here. It just keeps on going. Okay, all right, even more. Well, that's all for this part of the review. I have fit everything in the kitchen sink into this backpack to prove its worthiness to you. And I'm gonna be upgrading to this over my 10-year-old tank ASTRO Scout backpack, so hopefully it performs well. The real way to test it is with travel, and with COVID being the way it is, that's still kind of limited. I do have one trip planned that I'm supposed to film in about a week from now. I'm hoping it doesn't get canceled. In case it does, if you want your own backpack for college, for high school, for travel, for photography, for gaming events, for whatever you happen to need if you're a techie that gets out of your house a little bit, I would highly recommend the BP35. It's $199.99, $200. The link down there in the description below will save you 5% off, or you could just use code Drifter, which will also save you 5% off. And the cross sling here isn't really for me a whole lot. I don't wear these. My wife is infatuated with this. She loves cross slings and fanny packs. It's a top tier switch holder, a good product, also designed by Timbuktu, and it's $80, and you get the same discount on this one if you use the links. Well guys, that's all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.